Welcome back to Story Saturday on 11/11. Today, during Community Week, we're going to look at some stories that have literally built communities. Most of us have heard of Habitat for Humanity, but how many of us really know what it's all about? I went to their website to answer that question. This is what it had to say. The idea that became Habitat for Humanity first grew from the fertile soil of a place I can't pronounce. What the heck is this? Koinonia Farm? A community farm outside of Americus, Georgia, founded by farmer and biblical scholar Clarence Jordan. On the farm, Jordan and Habitat's eventual founders, Millard and Linda Fuller, developed the concept of partnership housing. The concept centered on those in need of adequate shelter, working side by side with volunteers to build decent, affordable houses. The houses would be built at no profit. New homeowners' house payments would be combined with no-interest loans provided by supporters and money earned by fundraising to create the Fund for Humanity, which would then be used to build more homes. Bo and Emma were the owners of the first home built by the Partnership Housing Program. They and their 5 children moved into a concrete block home with a modern kitchen, indoor bathroom, and heating system, replacing the unpainted, uninsulated shack with no plumbing where they had previously lived. In 1973, the Fullers decided to take the Fund for Humanity concept to Zaire, now the Democratic Republic of Congo. After 3 years of hard work to launch a successful house-building program there, the Fullers then returned to the United States and called together a group of supporters to discuss the future of their dream, Habitat for Humanity International, founded in 1976. The times have changed, the build site locations have grown in number, but the very real change that Bo and Emily's family experienced is shared by families today who partner with Habitat to build or improve a place they can call home, thanks in no small part to the personal involvement of U.S. President Jimmy Carter and his wife Rosalind, and the awareness they have raised. Habitat now works in all 50 states in the U.S. and in more than 70 countries, and has helped more than 59 million people achieve strength, stability, and independence through safe, decent, and affordable shelter. Now let's take a look at one of their success stories. And then I'm going to share a story of my own that I had completely forgotten about until reading about Habitat for Humanity. Here's the story from their site called Neighbors Build Community Through Multifamily Homes. Brenda's Habitat for Humanity home is her happy place. I love being here, and I never want to move, says the 72-year-old. With its widened doorways and halls, Brenda can maneuver her wheelchair into every room of her new home, something that wasn't possible in her prior apartment. I've never been able to live in a home that was accessible, she says. I just had to make do with what was available that I could afford. Brenda's home is part of a Midland County Habitat community that includes 4 Habitat homes built as multifamily units. The units were designed to be sustainable and accessible, but Brenda's also has a roll-in shower and lowered cabinets to ensure she can navigate her home easily and safely. Midland County Habitat decided to build multifamily units after conducting a housing need and market assessment of the area with community partners. They say, the data told us we were largely a single-family home community and that there needed to be a diversity of housing options moving forward. Knowing her fellow Habitat homeowners came in handy when Brenda's smoke alarm began beeping one night. She called her neighbor Heidi, who came over to help her switch out the batteries. Like Brenda, Heidi was looking for a safer environment to call home. Exposure to mold in a previous residence had wreaked havoc on her health. I had a lot of health issues going on, but mold was a pretty big issue in that, Heidi says. During her build, Heidi was emotionally overwhelmed by the support of friends and family who volunteered to work alongside her and make her dream of having a healthy home come true. They're all just happy that I'm in a healthy spot because they watched me go through such a tough time, she says. Now I'm somewhere I can finally start to have a normal life. Brenda sums up her situation by saying, "I love being here, and I never want to move." Thank you, Habitat for Humanity. My story is much shorter, and I don't know that much about it. Few people know that I gave up an inheritance when I was 21. I take that back. I didn't give it up. I opted not to cash out on the money. There was a crisis in a city in Central America that wiped out an entire village. I believe it was about 1,000 people. I actually don't remember. It may have been 10,000. I know it wasn't more than that. Either way, I ended up donating the money that I was to receive to fund what was called prefabricated housing. I've never heard from anyone personally from the village, but I was assured by people involved in the project, including a family member, that not only were these individuals taken care of, but supposedly I saved a village. Your tiny task for today is to check into a nonprofit organization that serves your community and find a way to volunteer, if only just donating something you no longer need, but they do. One of the things we love best about our Growing Eager Readers program is how it brings multiple generations and community together through story. We're so thankful to include you as part of our story. Chediste Psalm, everyone. Tuta.